Welcome back to another Victoria Events with Caleb Shaw in the Chik-fil-A studios. It is Monday, October 31st. Happy Halloween. We are here already, about to start November. I cannot believe that. Right? But let's just jump right into it, guys. Our first guest, you have seen her before. She's all over town doing stuff. We're very grateful for that. But in case they don't know who you are, if you wouldn't mind, please introduce yourself and let them know who you are here with.
Sure, I'm Suzanne Ellen, and I am with the Disabled American Veterans Auxiliary, also known as the DAVA, here in Victoria. And I am their Americanism person. So one of the things I do is educate not only our veterans and our auxiliary on Americanism and different things. For example, this past week we had a meeting. I educated them on Veterans Day, what Veterans Day is. So we also do that out in the community as well. So if there are schools looking for us to come out and talk about Americanism and patriotism, they could reach out to us, and we're more than happy to do that as well. But the primary mission of the DAVA is to support the DAV, the Disabled American Veterans, which help veterans understand and obtain benefits. There are a lot of benefits available to veterans that they don't realize, and to their family members. So especially if a veteran has passed away, there's a lot of benefits that we can help the family with, especially if they're disabled or if they have children and they don't know where to turn. That's what we're there for, to help them understand what their benefits are, to fight for their benefits with Congress, and with the government and with the local government as well.
Well, first off, thank you for that. I think it's hugely important how we take care of our veterans and how we honor them and serve them. And you're right, it's very confusing when you get out. Because based upon how long you were in, whether you retired, whether you didn't, whether you just served your term, your benefits. And a lot of times they're nothing, and hey, thanks for serving, good luck, see you later. Other times you have things that you weren't aware of that you have, and how do they know, do I have to, for disabled American veterans, do I have to be disabled? Or what is, I would guess that that's a requirement?
It is kind of a requirement, but not exactly. So you can join, if you're a veteran, you can join the DAVA or the DAV.
To advocate for disabled.
Correct.
Gotcha,
correct.
Okay.
And that's primarily what we do. I am an advocate for helping them. And we're very different than the VA. So I want to make sure that they understand that there's different organizations here in Victoria that help our veterans in the South Bend and in the Crescent area.
Are we stuck with just one or the other? If I already walked to the VA, can I still come over and see you?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. That's what we're there for. We're trying to get that out to the community more and more, so we can help veterans and their family members. We do a lot of different activities for them, and that's one of the fundraisers that we're doing next weekend on November 5th for the, it's a second annual fundraiser. It's a country western dance that we're doing. We have tickets available, and all that money is going to go back to the local veterans here in our community and to the Veterans Auxiliary, as well as we have a children's unit as well with our DAV.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So we have a juniors group, which is from grammar school up through high school, and they get very involved in doing fundraisers. So if veterans have children, they can also get them involved in the DAVA auxiliary for juniors. So
really cool.
It is really cool, and we're one of the only units that have that.
Yeah, that's neat because the family serves with the member, and it's often the family that bears a lot of the brunt of things when the service member's deployed, or it's mom or the parent that's left that's got to hold everything together and try to keep everything moving forward, and it's really just a ripple effect to the family whenever a service member enlists or deploys or any of those things.
Absolutely.
So I like that you guys have included the family in that.
Absolutely.
That's pretty cool.
And these events that we do, for example, we adopt families that are veterans, or even through the VA, we look at those families that are in need for Thanksgiving. So we'll sponsor families for Thanksgiving, we'll sponsor families for Christmas, to help get them gifts for their children, so they're not struggling and putting themselves, because we know in the economy right now, it's really hard. So we want to do what we can, and by having the community get involved and help us, we help them.
Outstanding. Well, let's talk about this event here.
Sure.
It is November 5th. That's Saturday. Got a good dance. I might just have to bust out some moves. You need to watch me go.
Absolutely.
But, I noticed just right off you guys aren't playing around on this raffle here.
No, not at all.
You brought it on here like this. you could win any one of these and walk out just a champ on
That's
this.
right,
And,
right.
You know, you lead with a grill. Good job. We are in Texas. And then number 2 is a gun. Way to go. Like I'm hooked. I'll buy one of these.
Awesome.
But yeah, I mean, it just goes
appreciate
on.
it.
You've got all these, and it looks like these were donated by people in the community too,
Correct.
which is always awesome. You know.
Correct. And that's how we do it. We get a lot of involvement from the community to donate to us. And it's a lot of hard work. It's not easy for the ask, and some people aren't comfortable doing the ask. I'm always comfortable asking.
Hey, somebody's got to do it, right? Somebody's got to do
I
it.
hit you up, right?
Yes, ma'am. And I bought one, so well played. Good job.
Do you want to come to the dance? I got tickets there.
I don't know. You know, I make a bunch of jokes about dancing, but if you see me dance, you wouldn't be inviting me. I'm warning you there. But no, this is great. So they can get their. You've got the $45 VIP, which includes dinner. But if for some reason, hey, I'm too busy, I can't do dinner, I just want to do a general thing, you've got general admission as well.
Correct.
For $15, which is
Correct.
awesome. Raffle tickets are just $20, and then your special guest is John Wayne Schulz from American Idol.
Correct.
Outstanding.
He was second when Scotty McCready won.
Outstanding.
Yeah,
well done.
Great guy. And then the Opry band is playing as well. So it's gonna be a fun night of dancing
Absolutely.
and getting out there and just kind of, you know, we're looking for the community. Come out and join us if you're looking for something to do. I think it's a cost-effective way to get out. If you wanted to buy a table of 8, that's $325, which
Breaks
is
down pretty bad. Like, what's that, like 45 or I don't want to do math and plumbing.
It's probably less than 45.
Yeah, you know,
It's
even
gotta
better.
be better
Yeah,
than that.
nobody check me here. I just do
I'm
that
not
from the
good at
hip.
math either.
So, how can they find this? If they want to get these tickets, how can they get in touch with you? Where
Sure.
can they go to get either raffle tickets or dance tickets or a table? Or where can they do all that?
Sure.
at?
If they're looking on Facebook, they can look up my Facebook page, Suzanne Ellen, and private message me, and I'm
Okay.
more than happy. Or they can call me or text me. My number is 201-240-7273, and I'll say that again, 201-240-7273. I know it's not a Victoria number. I'm from New Jersey originally, but don't hold that against me.
All right, you're here now. You're here now.
That's right.
And so, so they can contact you, find that. Do you guys does DAV have a Facebook page here?
They do. I don't know it off the top
No,
of my
that's
head.
okay. That's all right.
My apologies. I'll get that to you,
We
though.
can look it up. We can find it. It's not a big deal. Anything I'm forgetting before I let you go?
No, the dinner's gonna be really good. It's I think roast beef, double baked potato, green beans, salad,
okay.
and cheesecake, all for $45, and dancing as well.
Yeah, no, it sounds
and
like
I'm gonna be
great-
there. We'll have a great time. So
You're the life of the party, huh?
I am,
Making
yes.
it happen. Well done. Well, thank you for serving veterans. I appreciate that. Thank you for helping them. Guys, make sure you get your raffle tickets. Make sure you get a table, a VIP entrance, a general admission. Just show up, back it, support it. It's a great thing. Anything I'm forgetting?
if you're interested in joining the DAV or DAVA, reach out. We were more than happy. We're looking to get new members. We could use some youthful members like us to join as well, because we do have a lot of events that we do, and we do have a really good time.
You called me youthful. We're buddies now. We're on that note, we will take a quick break to our commercials, and we will be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Since 1932, Wallach & Volk has been closing mortgages and doing it the right way. The reason why the Volks opened up a bank at the height of the Great Depression was because the bank needed to be opened at the height of the Great Depression. And it was good for the community at that time. A lot of the banks were going under. In order to keep that community sound and stable, it was something that they did. I think that that says something about who Wallach & Volk was 85 years ago. And the only way you get to continue to do it is if you consistently do it great. And we plan on doing this for another 85 years.
Welcome to Victoria Events with Caleb Shaw in the Chik-fil-A studios. Speaking of Chik-fil-A, add a kick to your fall routine and enjoy the seasonal spicy deluxe sandwich from Chik-fil-A. It's a spicy twist on the grilled chicken sandwich. And paired with the cilantro lime sauce, it's the perfect addition to your fall routine. It's available now, but only for a limited time. So excuse me while I order mine now on the Chik-fil-A app. All right, gang, welcome back to the Chik-fil-A. Welcome back to the Chik-fil-A studios. We are excited to get going. I told you I never have a perfect show, but that's all right. That's who I am. Welcome back. It's been a long time since I have talked to you, but I'm excited to have you here because we have 2 veteran events in one show, which is always spectacular. And you guys just do a ton, not only for veterans in the community, but just to kind of serve the community. And so we're grateful for that. And those that don't know you, if you would for them, please introduce yourself and let them know who you are here with today.
I am Toni Nardini. I'm the Post Adjutant for American Legion Post 166 here in Victoria. And today I'm here to talk about an event for a social dinner. And I was hoping that we could share with the community what it's about.
Yeah, I'd love to. But before we get here, talk to me a little bit about what the American Legion is for maybe a young veteran that's just separating, or just a community member, or just maybe an older veteran that's hasn't really been involved in the veteran community that much, and they're looking to get reacquainted with some old buddies or something like that. What exactly is the American Legion Post, and kind of what mission do they serve?
Well, we are over 100 years old for the American Legion as a whole. Our post isn't over 100 years old, but a lot of our pillars are for helping children. We serve the community. We do things like donate to the food bank, or we donate to Victoria Long-Term Recovery, things for the community as a whole, so that veterans are helping the community and veterans are helping veterans. So that's a lot of what we do mainly. We also strive to get new members as well, just like DAVA or DAV. We're always looking for younger veterans. A lot of our veterans organizations have so much elder people that we need some young blood in there to help these programs continue to help our community.
Well, and it may be intimidating for some of the younger veterans, because those older veterans you speak of, they do a great job of really holding down the fort, and they have been for many years, and they take care of these great groups, and they do all this, and they serve in the community, like you said. And that might be slightly overwhelming for a brand new guy that's just separated and got out, and he sees how well they lead, and it's like, well, I can't just jump in there and do that, but they absolutely can, and in fact, you guys want them there, and you want that camaraderie with the younger generation of veterans to go with the older ones.
Yes, I've seen a gap in our Vietnam veterans versus our Gulf War veterans in kind of relating, because the wars were so different.
Yes, ma'am.
But it's all still war. It's all still sad and traumatic. So you need that camaraderie. You need something. We all have a purpose and a goal, and we're all there like-minded people. We're there to serve. Yes, ma'am.
And I will forever argue that the military was the most well-functioning, diverse place that I ever worked in my whole life. And I remember at basic that you get there and you meet these people from all over the world, literally all over the world, the country, and you're there, and everybody looks exactly the same. We all have shaved heads, wearing the same uniform, all that kind of stuff. And you spend 2 or 3 months with all these people, and you really get to know them, and you develop these like really deep friendships. And I remember when you finally get to wear your civilian clothes again, 3, 4, 5 months after being in the military, and you're like, I finally get civilian clothes again, and you put them on, and all these friends you've been hanging out with for months come out, and this guy's a cowboy, and this guy's goth, and you're just like, you're a cowboy? Like, what? And the military was just so cool, because I got to meet just so many people, and to this day, one of my best friends is in Chicago, another guy's over here, and everybody's just scattered all over the U.S., and it was, the common bond was the military and serving our country, and it was truly one of the most, just colorblind places that I ever, like, they're gonna razz on you, we're gonna pick on each other, we're gonna just terrorize each other in the best of ways, but boy, we unite, and you get us all together and let somebody else throw a rock at us, and it's game on, and
yes,
so
sir.
It's always one of those deals I love, even as an Air Force guy, a Chair Force guy, getting around all you guys, and y'all pick on me for being in the Air Force, but I know it's really just jealousy, and that's okay, but thank you. I mean, I really am grateful for all that you guys do. I think the veteran camaraderie, it's getting harder and harder to get us all together, because just the way the world's going, but I think it's hugely more important, and so thank you. Let's talk about this fall social dinner real quick before I just talk all your time away. Tell me about this. You guys got a party coming. Drew Oliver, I see here, a catered meal. Talk to me about this bad boy.
Well, before COVID, we used to have a steak night. Between costs and things, steak's unaffordable. So now we just have a social dinner night.
Yes, ma'am.
So the first Friday of every month, we're doing a social dinner night at our post, 1402 East Santa Rosa. We're the only building with a cannon.
Yeah, can't miss it, huh?
Right.
Got it. That is a landmark. I will give you that.
Part of this particular social dinner is that we're having a basket drawing. Tickets are $1.
Okay.
It's a Thanksgiving dinner, a whole dinner.
All right. Oh, yeah, you're not playing here.
Turkey, cornbread dressing, mashed potatoes, gravy.
Bold. You got
everything.
the cranberry sauce. I see.
Yes. So you go to the social, you buy a ticket, you have a chance to win this whole Thanksgiving dinner for 6 to 8 people.
Outstanding. And then the funds proceed our local American Legion Post to help other veterans and keep it right here in the community?
Correct. And our social dinners, we usually have entertainment. December, we're having the Grinch.
I think everybody, even though they're not supposed to, everybody likes the Grinch.
I know. But for this one, we're having an acoustic live entertainer. And so little live background music. Our catered meal for this Friday is meatloaf, mac and cheese, green beans, garlic bread, cake desserts, tea, $11.
Said music and then he said meatloaf and I got excited and I realized we'd moved on to food and not talking meatloaf there. I was like, I'm sure Drew Oliver is cool, but I thought you had meatloaf for a second. I was like, well, that's a pretty big deal. Good job.
I
That
know
you
what
mentioned
you
meal. That was my corny joke. Just moving on there. Sorry.
It is open to the public and it's BYOB. So
that's good. BYOB is hard to beat.
yeah, I mean we don't have a bar like VFW does, for example. But so we have BYOB. Bring what you want.
Hey, yeah, bring your own ice chest and you can't complain about it. What am I forgetting before I let you go?
We're always looking for new members.
In case we didn't hammer that one enough, they need some new members, huh?
Yes. And
How can somebody join?
we have a Facebook page, and a lot of our members' phone numbers are out there. Look me up. Our commander, look it up.
They can even send a message to the American Legion Post 166, and you
I
guys.
would be the one that gets that.
Outstanding, yes. And you're quick about it because I sent one and you responded very quickly, and I appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
So you're good at that, yes, ma'am. And so, American Legion Post 166. We've got this great November 4th, 6 to 7:30 at 1402 East Santa Rosa with the cannon out front.
Yes, sir.
Outstanding. Well, thank you so much, guys. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back with our final guest.
I'm David Murphy with Chik-fil-A Victoria. Chik-fil-A made its debut in Victoria, Texas way back in 1980 with our first restaurant in Victoria Mall. 20 years later, our first freestanding location opened at Whispering Creek. Fast forward another 20 years and our licensed location opened inside the UHV University Commons. Next is our biggest endeavor yet, a massive new restaurant taking up an entire city block on Rio Grande. When it opens, we will have grown our Chik-fil-A Victoria family from 20 team members back in 1980 to more than 250 dedicated and caring people who are proud to serve our guests and community by building lasting relationships and creating unforgettable experiences. It is our pleasure to serve you, Victoria.
All right, guys, welcome back. We are with our final guest. I'm excited to have them. They've got cool stuff going on in the community. They've always got cool stuff, cool ways to give back. For those that don't know you, young lady, please, you all introduce yourselves and let them know who you are here with.
Well, my name is Carolyn Homan, and I'm the Director of Development and Communication with Restoration House Ministries. Love it. It is my dream job. And I'm also here with a good friend of mine, and...
Hi. I'm Amber. I am the nighttime resident coordinator in the home for Restoration House Ministries, and then by day I handle donor relations in order to bring funds into the house to keep us running.
Outstanding. Well done, ladies. And you guys have a pretty cool event coming up that I really want to talk about. But for those that may not know, what is Restoration House? What is your mission? Tell me a little bit about that first before we get into why they should come to this great event to support you guys.
Well, I'm going to let Amber handle that one.
Amber,
Okay.
talk to me.
All right.
What is so amazing about Restoration House?
We're a women's ministry home. We're a 501c3 nonprofit, so no government funding. We teach God 24/7 around the clock. We are a place for women to come, girls and women to come to get their healing. Nobody gets through life without trauma.
Yes, ma'am.
So divorce, rape, molestation, sex trafficking, just abuse in general, growing up with parents who are addicts or alcoholics of some sort, abandonment, neglect, you name it, we handle it. I have girls that come out of mental hospitals and who've seen doctor after doctor after doctor, and everybody's given up on them. We don't give up on them. We give them the love of Jesus. I'm filled up, and the other coordinators filled up with the love of Jesus, and so the love we give them is the love that overflows from our cup. You know, we love them through everything.
And y'all hold them accountable to a Christian standard as well in there, which I think is spectacular, because it, you know, to support and to help oftentimes involves behavioral changes or getting your life right and getting things, your ducks in a row and doing things properly and in line with God's word. And it sounds like you guys have that accountability there, and I think that's spectacular. And so,
well, we're our hope is that we're helping these women and soon to be men, because we are in the process of renovating our men's home right now.
It's big.
Been dreaming of this for like 9 years, and it is coming together, y'all. And there's nothing like that in the city, but it's where they can finally put their pieces back together. And our hope is that they're finally filled up and they're healed in a way that they can go out and they can be productive, functioning members of society. They can fulfill the calling on their life. And I love that someone asked me, they're like, well, do you just send them out? Just like they're done when they graduate? And I'm like, no, they're not. We have a revolving door policy. If they ever need to come back, our doors are open to them. And we equip them to start looking at themselves and go, what were you made for? What were you designed for?
Right.
Like,
What's your
what do you
purpose?
need to go and do that and change the world? And I love that our RCs, so that's what it's like. That's what Amber is. That most of them have come through the program, so they know the value of what happens there, and they're able to teach that, because it's a strict program. But man, it allows them to focus and heal finally. And I love, there's a line in the video that we have on our website, if you really want to see what the house is about, is that they can finally deal with those feelings. They don't have to ever deal with them again. Like finally face up to that junk, so it's done.
well, and so much of life is just that, is stepping up and facing these things, and all too often it's easy to get knocked down, it's easy to get steamrolled, and it's even harder to get back up, you know, and then you start just feeling like the world is mowing you over and you're falling deeper and deeper, and it's easy to get lost in that.
It is.
And it's easy to feel alone and isolated and all of that, but it's also, there is power in prayer. There is power in Scripture. There is power in the Word of God, and I like aligning that with people trying to turn their lives around, because there's nothing to me like victory. And when you come out the other side and you find out that I can do this, and not only can I do this, I can help others find victory as well. And it's sure hard to roll over and die when people are there and they're holding you accountable and they're saying, no, you are special, you do matter, and you can do this, you know, and I think that's spectacular about what you guys do to empower them. It's not throw money at them, it's not, you know, this or that, it's no, put your head on, let's get your mind right, get your heart right, get your worship right, and let's get our lives right, you know. And so anyway, I'm sorry, I go off on my tangents, but
it's powerful to talk about this. And I'm telling you, if you really want to hear about this, if you want to hear the hearts of the women that have been through this program, come to this event that we're hosting November 5th.
That's testimonies.
Because it will number one, it will wreck you. And then you'll realize what restoration is doing is so vital in our community. Because it's not just a shelter. It's not a Band-Aid. It's you stay in this program where all your needs are met until you're done. You stay as long as you need. You come back as many times as you need to. And like I said, this event like we're having on November 5th, it's my favorite of the year for this reason, because there's shopping and there's all these things you can do, and so our girls, our past and our present residents finally feel comfortable to really get into the nitty gritty details.
I got you. I'm with you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. That was a hard one.
That was of what God did in their lives, and you'll never be the same after hearing their stories. And so you get those intimate testimonies because they feel more comfortable to share, because nobody's really looking at them. They're all shopping and doing their thing. And so it's the best way to really see what we do and what we're about.
Yes, ma'am. No, I couldn't agree more. And getting to this 1,000 Strong Fall Expo, this is a big deal for you guys. It's one of your big, if not the biggest fundraiser that you have.
It is the biggest.
Tell me about it.
Well, it's our 9th annual. We are so excited. This used to be a staple of our community. We took off 2 years with COVID, just like everybody else. But we are back, and we are excited to be back and to let the community know that we're here. And it's such a great opportunity. We used to focus on women businesses, but we're expanding, right? Because we've got our men's home going. And so there's all kinds of vendors, local people trying to make a difference. So you get to come and support our local commerce, and then get pampered in the process. We got a great glamour corner this year. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad. I meant to hit this a second ago. I'm glad you guys are going to start including the men, because I think that part of the problem with society today is, you always hear toxic masculinity and men are bad and all this. Well, I think we have a lack of men being men, and we need men to step up and lead and be good Christian men, good leaders of their home, and be men, and stop stop all the soft stuff and be men and lead like you're supposed to. And so I like that you're doing that, and then this particular event with 1,000 Strong. I mean, you guys, you've got the auction going, you've got the barbecue plates, which is good stuff.
Right. World competition
Glamour Corner.
barbers.
One more time. Tell me a little. The Glamour Corner is what?
The Glamour Corner?
I see this on here, and I'm a boy, so I don't know so much about Glamour Corner here.
You get 4 services, and so we've got all different stylists from our community, so you're also still supporting our community as well when you're coming to do that. You get a 15-minute massage, you get a haircut or a hairstyle, you get a fresh nail color, and you get a full makeover, however you'd like it done. Right. And so you can walk out of there feeling like a brand new, relaxed, refreshed person, and you can also buy personal service. Like if you want to just buy 1 or 2, you can do that. All those proceeds go back to Restoration House, so it's a win-win.
This is so awesome. Where can they do? 2 things. 1, where can they find the information to buy these tickets or for the raffle, the auction, or any of that? And then secondly, do you guys need volunteers or anything of the sort?
Always.
Volunteers.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've been looking down here. We've got 2 great tickets. So the tickets, entry is free, but everybody likes to have a ticket in hand.
Ma'am.
It makes you feel like you're special because you are.
Yes.
So you can get these tickets at our Gleanings resale store if you know somebody that's passed them out, or just show up because we want you to come and enjoy this event. Now, all the information that you need, you can find it at our website, which is just our name.org, so restorationhouseministries.org, and anybody can sign up for volunteers. We're still accepting vendors and sponsors and auction items for our live and our silent auction, and I've been helping collect that stuff. And let me tell you what, I'm like, do I have enough money to buy all the things?
You'll go broke on your own stuff.
I'm gonna go broke because and it's all coming from our community. So you get to help, like I said, you get to give back to the community while you're loving on Restoration House Ministries. It's awesome.
And if they can't make it to this thing, even though they should, but if for some reason they can't, you guys will have other events coming up and other things. And very briefly, I just want to just cruise right over, but you guys had a run that I did. There was a ton of fun. I forget the dang name of it right this second. I tried to be all cool and throw it out, and I forgot the name of it, but it was awesome.
1,000 Strong, Overcoming Obstacles, 5K. Super excited. We're adding on a 10K this year. We're bringing it back in April. I promise I will give you more details. But look at our website, and we're on Facebook.
You guys could take the support year round from people.
Yes.
And if they can't do this one, they could use you could use them somewhere else.
Yeah, and like I said, look us up on Facebook. You can actually go look at all of our vendors and a lot of our auction items on our event page. So just look up the name of the event, the 1,000 Strong Fall Expo, and you'll get that.
Outstanding. Well, ladies, am I forgetting anything before I let you go?
Yes.
Yes.
I want to touch on 1,000 Strong. That is our campaign that we have going.
Let me hear it.
What we are looking for is 1,000 people to donate monthly to RHM, as little as $10 a month or whatever it is that you can afford every single month to, 1, keep the house open, and 2, get the men's home going.
Yes, ma'am.
So if 1,000 people would stand with us monthly, just giving $10 a month, all of the ministry of Restoration House would be fully funded. And that's why it's a part of everything that we do, because if you guys stand with us, there's nothing that we can't accomplish in our community.
Right.
Well, I appreciate you. These things, I don't think people realize how hard they are to do any of these events until you actually try to do them.
Yeah.
And, we get to show up and see the glitz and the glamour and all that, but it's literally months and months and months and months of hard work and phone calls and all that. So thank you. This is a lot of work to give back, and I'm grateful that you all do it.
Thank you.
You give us great stuff to go to. Thank you for putting together something well. Good job. Anything, ladies, before I let you go?
We love it. Thanks for having us.
Most welcome. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks to Chick-fil-A and all of our sponsors, and we will catch you at the next one. Thanks so much for tuning in to Victoria Events with Caleb Shaw. Make sure you comment down below, like the post, share the post. It really helps the algorithms. If you haven't done so already, make sure you follow our page. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any episodes. And if you have an event coming on you want featured on Victoria Events, shoot us a message. We'd love to help you get the word out there. Lastly, make sure you support our sponsors. We could not do this show without them, so we're very grateful. Thanks so much, Victoria, and we'll see you at the next one.